Okay, hi everybody. So we're going to continue on with our October challenges. And if you haven't done a chart like this, I want you to go ahead and stop the video and then make one. Okay, for those of you that have been with me in doing this, then pull out your chart. Because remember, what we're going to do is we're going to document how many of these we've done, and we're going to do it through the rest of October. And then once we get to the end of October, we're going to be able to compare through the month what we've done, how we started in like October 1st, and how we finished in October 30th, 31st. Okay, so make sure you do a grid. Okay, and then I'm going to tell you, we're going to go ahead and sometimes increase the time, sometimes increase the quantity. Okay, and you'll write that down. It's real easy to do. Okay, so remember we did 5 different exercises. And let's get started. So the first one we'll do is, remember we did those things called mountain climbers. So I think the last time we did it, we did 30 seconds for some of these. Now what we're going to do is we're going to increase the time. So we're going to be able to do more. But more importantly, your body's going to be able to do more as you increase the time, and your body's going to grow and get stronger. Okay, so get ready to do mountain climbers. Remember, we start like this, and every time our leg comes up in between our arms, we count that as one rotation. So we'll start when it gets to 200, and we're going to do it for 45 seconds, not 30, 45. Okay, ready, get set, and go. Okay, reach up. Okay, keep it up. You might have to have a real nice, maybe a little slower pace than you usually did, because it's a little bit longer. And if you can't do it for the whole 45, that's okay. You're just going to write down how many you did in how many seconds. Okay, we got another 15 seconds. You can do it. Three, 2, 1. Okay, stop. Okay, get your sheet out, and you're going to write down under mountain climbers how many you did in 45 seconds. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and do, I think we did sit-ups. So we're going to do, instead of 30 seconds, we're going to do 45. Now remember, you can have somebody holding your feet. That'll be okay. Arms crossed, and every time you come up to touch your elbows to your knees, that's 1. Let's start at 3:30. So ready, get set, and go. It's real important that you write them down. That way you can see, boy, I've really got better in these couple weeks. Okay, 15 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay, get your sheet out and write down how many you did. I'm pretty sure I've talked to you about this, right? So this is somebody had a really cool scale, and you figured out, well, how hard should I do some of these things? Well, this was the scale, okay, from 0 to 10. You never want to go ahead and work out that hard that it's like, oh, I'm exhausted. And this really isn't doing your body a whole lot of good if you're just right here at 1 or 2 or probably even 3. 3 starting to get, okay, But where I want to see you do it is like, boy, that was kind of hard. That was a little bit hard to do. That's where your body really is getting strong. Okay? So what did we do? We just did the mountain climbers and we did the sit-ups. So let's do the burpees. Now, if you remember, we did a burpee. Okay, we went down, pushed our legs back, and then back to squat and stand up. Okay, but this time what I think I want you to do, let's make it a little bit harder. We're going to do what's called a burpee with a jump. So when you come up to the squat, you're going to jump up. And then you start again. So let's start at 3, 2, 1. Down, back, down, and then jump. Down, back, down, and then up. Down, and jump. Down, jump. Jump. Can you do it for another 30 seconds? Jump. Jump. Couple more. One more for me. Okay, one more. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay. That really gets my heart rate up. So I know when I do those, I am really feeling that it's pretty hard. Okay, so here's what I'd like you to do now. We have 2 more to do. We're going to do a plank and a sumo squat. Now you can do it against the wall, the sumo squat, or you can just do it on the right where we're at. So let's do it right where we're at. Get down like this. Now your legs have to be like 90 degrees. So we're going to do it for 45 seconds. We already did it for like 6 or 7. And see if you can keep your legs like that. Now some point, it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. It won't feel painful. That feeling of, oh, it's hurt. It doesn't hurt, it's like uncomfortable. So that's different than pain. If you feel pain, stop. But being just a little uncomfortable, okay, stand up. That was good. So whatever you did, if you're able to do the 45 seconds, sumo sit, write it down under the date, 45 seconds. That'll tell you that you're getting better. Okay, the last one we're going to do is that exercise called the plank, where we get on our elbows and we hold it like stiff as a board for 45 seconds. Let's start at 8:30. Ready? Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and hips up. Now you're stiff as a board. Okay, we're just going to hold it there. Can you believe that I just saw this, I don't know, somewhere, not in a newspaper, on a Google or something. Somebody did this for like, I want to say like 8 hours. They had to drink and they had to eat, and it was crazy. He was able to hold it for 8 hours. That's really crazy. Okay, 10 more seconds. And if you did it for the whole 45 seconds, put down 45. If you did it for 30, put down 30, or whatever you did it for. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. That was pretty good. Okay, so now we got our heart rate really racing a little bit. Can you feel it? Put your hand here. You can really feel your heart rate. Let's try to slow it down a little bit. So we're going to do like the sun salutation. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And as you breathe out, dive down. Swan dive down. Touch your toes. touch your knees, touch your toes. Now go into a plank. Okay, lower yourself to the mat. Reach up to a cobra. Okay, get down to the mat again. Then to downward facing dog. You should know the names of these. Okay, step in between your hands. Touch your toes. Touch your nose. Touch your knees. Touch your toes. Reach high up into the sky. Take a big deep breath. Let's do one more. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Swan dive down. Touch your toes. Touch your knees. Toes. Plank. Down to the mat. Up to cobra. Down to the mat. Up to downward facing dog. Step up in between your hands. Touch your toes. Knees. Toes. Ceiling. Big deep breath. Okay. All right, I want to show you something a little bit different. So get a chair and just sit down. Okay, so let me talk you through this. We're going to do a little mindfulness, and instead of doing it standing up and doing it with the mountain pose, we're going to do it sitting down. Okay, so let me teach you how to do that. So get in a chair that's comfortable. Your back doesn't have to be straight, but it's against the back. Feet are on the ground. Now with your hands, you can either hold them like this or put them on your knees. Got it? Okay, what should we do with our eyes? Well, you could keep your eyes open, but if you're going to do that, just let your eyes kind of like look to the ground. Okay? If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, because we're just going to sit here doing nothing, well, we're really going to breathe, and I'm going to tell you how to do this. So just close your eyes if you're comfortable with it. But I should say, if you're uncomfortable while we're doing this, just open your eyes. Okay, and then you can close them again. Then, if you feel like opening them, open them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on our breath when we breathe in, and focus on our breath when we breathe out. So all our attention is going to our breath in and then out. Now, here's what usually happens with everybody, no matter if you're 6 or 60. You lose that concentration. So instead of focusing on your breath, you're thinking about, what am I doing next? Or what is my next class? Or what am I doing afterwards? And that's okay. But what we're going to do is our mind just goes there, and that's okay. And then once we realize that, gee, I'm not thinking about the breath, we come back to the breath. And that's it. Okay, so let me take you through a couple of them. So close your eyes if you're comfortable. If you're not, just keep them open. Have your gaze go down. Take a big breath in. We're going to breathe into the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out to the count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do this for a minute. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in slowly, breathe out slower. Okay, see if you can do it by yourself. Okay, so slowly open your eyes. Stay seated though. I want to talk to you for a second. Okay, so it's really as simple as that. Did anybody have some thoughts other than their breath? Well, if I could see all of you, I would see everybody's hand go up because everybody has them. It's just too uncommon just to totally concentrate on whatever I've asked you to concentrate on. It could be a feeling in your muscles, in your legs, in your breath, in your chest. Whatever you focus on, it's really hard to just concentrate on that. And believe it or not, the way we really get a stronger concentration is by doing something like this. When we go ahead and focus on the breath, lose it, get aware that we lost it, and then we come back to the breathing and focusing on the breathing. Okay? So it's as easy as that, and I'll ask you to do that probably all the time because I really like that what we do is we work out, get our heart rate up, okay, and some of the fitness stuff, and then we do the yoga and it comes back down, and then we do meditation or sitting, mindfulness, and it even comes down further. So we do this, we go up, and then we're slowly coming back. And then we get ready for our next activity or class or whatever we're doing. Okay, did a great job today. See you later.